What's up, guys? Potbelly Pigs for Life here, and today we're back with another episode of Conservation Carnival in Planet Zoo. Alright, so last time we left off, which was ages ago, we finished off the wildlife rehab center. So this zoo is based in Texas, so this basically just has a bunch of like Texan wildlife. Is Texan even a word? I don't know. But yeah, so we finished with this massive like area, which is like very swampy. We've got American alligators right over here. We've got cougars, and we've got a giant mixed exhibit with raccoons, skunks, and beavers. So yeah. So now this episode, we're going to be working on some canine exhibits. So specifically, we're going to be adding in 3 canids: the timber wolf, the dingo, and the maned wolf. So basically, my idea for this is basically you got this street going along right here. Basically, the idea is that these are gonna be like houses with like backyards and stuff, and they're like gonna be like disguised, like basically the enclosures are gonna be disguised as like houses in like a neighborhood. I mean, so yeah, so I've got a plan. Like we're gonna do, so these 2 are gonna be enclosures, and then we're gonna do a 3rd enclosure like right over here. So yeah, so I've got an idea in mind. So basically, there's gonna be like a hard shelter, which is gonna be like the house. I want like a little area in between the street and the enclosure, so that we could put in the safety barrier. So basically, here's the idea. The idea is, once I finish this enclosure, there we go. So basically, here's the idea. So the idea is we're gonna put like a hard shelter right in here. That's supposed to represent like somebody's house. So like for example, let's say that this is the dingo enclosure. What we're gonna do is hang on, just bear with me for a second. Theme Australia. Maybe. Oh, that's more like it. This is their house. So, and then the entrance is right here, like to sort of like disguise it, I guess. But yeah, so then we'll decorate this area as if it was like someone's like backyard, I guess. We're not gonna make it like too developed, but yeah, because we want to keep it like natural, but you can sort of get the idea that it's supposed to be someone's backyard. So for example, I know that the dingoes, they have a certain enrichment option. Hang on. Enrichment, toy enrichment, water pool. Dingoes, I know, like these, so maybe in the backyard, this could be sort of like, I don't know, like a kiddie pool, something like that. And so then we can decorate it with like some, like, what are they called again? These things. Cypress trees, that's what they're called. Cypress trees, maybe some hedges. Make it look like someone's backyard, but we'll also add in a fair amount of like natural foliage. Yeah, something like that. So then, anyways, so I've been doing a lot of talking and not a lot of like building, so I do apologize for that. But yeah. So I know for most of the zoos that I've made in the past, I just put the railing on the ground path. But I didn't want to make it like too closed in, especially since this is like, it's meant to be like a street, and like, streets don't usually have railings on the sides. I mean, unless you're talking about like the highway. And then one little thing that I decided to do is I decided to just have all of the 3 exhibits like right next to each other, because we ended up having a surplus amount of space for even like the wolves and the dingoes, which have the same like social requirement and the same space requirement. But even the final exhibits, like, there's still, like, a surplus amount of room for them. So yeah, also, I may or may not have found the problem with the lag in some of the videos. Basically, this entire time, I've been recording on only 24 FPS. So, yeah, so that was just the default setting for when I first got the screen recording software. And speaking of, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have shown me, both on like my videos and by like subscribing. Like, yeah, my original goal was to hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year, and I definitely think that we will be able to reach that goal. So thank you guys so much for just all the support on these videos. Alright, so we've got ourselves a plan. So, honestly, you know what I might do is, depending on social, since this is only 7,000 and these are both 8,000, I might check the Zoopedia and, like, see, like, social stuff, like, social groups and what have you. So, let's see. Okay, so, the Timberwolf and the, Dingo have the exact same social requirements and, space requirements. So, because of that, we're gonna put the main wolf in here, because they require a lot less, like, social. In fact, they can only really have 2, in each exhibit. So this will be for the dingoes, this will be for the timber wolf, this will be for the maned wolf. So now we get to do the fun thing of customizing. So I like the idea of having like different shelters. So yeah, let's just go into habitat. We'll go into hard shelter. Basically the idea with this is that it's like basically these people like own a lot of money and have like a really like nice looking like backyard and what have you. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Nice little house with the white picket fence. I don't know. American 1920s stereotypes, I guess. Oh wait, no, this is for the Timberwolves will go in here. Also, I want the houses to be styled based on like where they come from. So, I mean, I know this is like the best we can do for like North America. This is obviously Australian themed. And then let's see, South America. Which one is larger, this one or this one? Oh man. Oh. Yeah. Ooh, these are like nice and modern, so I might honestly have to do these. Yeah. So this will go back over there. This will be for the wolves. Perfect. So these are the houses. I know they don't really look too much like houses. I mean, for one thing, they don't really have a front door. But you know what? You gotta use your imagination with these types of things. So, yeah. Now we have to set up work zones. So let's see. What do we have for, do we even have anything for, like, guest facilities? Let's see. We have this thing, which is staff room? Yeah, it's a staff room. I could have sworn we had another thing on the bob. Let's see. I've been mistaken. Yeah, I thought we had another, facility. You know what? Let's look at the work zones. Alright, so, you know, since this is meant to be like a, veterinary, workplace, what I might do is, I might actually turn it into a veterinary surgery. You know, just because. Let's see. Yeah, staff facilities. I know what I'm doing. I know how to play this game, I promise. European, perfect. That goes right there. What about Trade Center? Ooh, you know what we could just do is, I think there's, if I'm not mistaken, this is meant to be, what is it meant to be again? I don't know. Oh, is this meant to be a, research center? Okay. So maybe instead of this being a research center, we use this as like a staff, we already have like a staff zone, but we get rid of that. We add in, just bear with me for a second. We add that in. We get rid of this. And for that matter, we can get rid of this. And we add in a different facility. So, for example, maybe right over here, we could do a, how about a quarantine? Nope, that's too big. We have to resort to this one. Perfect. You know what I might do? I actually have an idea. We'll do a keeper hut right in here. Nope. Ah! There we go. Perfect. And right in here, we get rid of that. And we do the same thing, only instead of a research center, we will put in a large staff room. Let's see. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, we need 5. We need a, we just need a, trade center. And then let's just scooch it back just a smidge. And it's perfect. Okay, so now the boring part is out of the way. We can get to customizing the enclosures once I set up this work zone. Perfect. Alright, now we can do the animals. So, you know what? I think I'm going to start going this way. So I'll start with the main wolves, then I'll move on to the dingoes, and then the timber wolves. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so change of plans. I decided to do the dingoes first, then the timber wolves, and then after that the maned wolves, because, well, funny story, I completely forgot to buy the animals. So, yeah, I had to buy them, and of course I want to buy ones with decently good genetics. So yeah, I was basically waiting on both the Timberwolves and the Maned Wolves to give me a male and a female with good genetics. So yeah, so because of that, we did have to change our plans just a little bit. Okay, so now on to some animal facts. So I'm going to go in order. So first Dingo, then Timberwolf, then Maned Wolf. Okay, so starting with the dingoes. So for centuries, it's been long debated as to how dingoes ended up in Australia. So originally, it was thought that dingoes were brought by humans as domesticated dogs and have since returned to the wild as a genetically new species. However, more recently in 2011, a study showed that dingoes actually arrived to the continent via a land bridge, similar to how humans ended up in the Americas. So, yeah, this is still heavily up for debate, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. For all we know, a new study could falsify this claim a few minutes from now. So, another thing that is also up for debate is their taxonomy. So, originally they were given a scientific name, Canis dingo, but it has since been changed to its modern form, Canis lupus dingo, indicating that it's a subspecies of wolf. However, many scientists argue that there are enough genetic differences to make the dingo its own species. So with that being said, it is still referred to as Canis lupus dingo. So yeah, finishing up with the dingo enclosure by adding some foliage and some rockwork. And so now, moving on to Timberwolves. So, many people know wolves as pack hunters working together in coordinated attacks to bring down large prey, such as caribou, muskox, deer, and moose. And while it is true that wolves will take down large prey from time to time, they mostly prey on smaller animals such as rabbits, squirrels, and mice. However, when they do take down large prey, they have been known to eat a lot of food in one sitting, but then go for a considerable amount of time without eating, much like several reptilian species like lizards, snakes, and crocodiles. On the topic of packs, all the wolves in the pack, which are usually related, will work together to raise offspring, most likely their younger siblings. They've even been known to babysit the youngsters while others are hunting. So yeah, another thing about wolf packs is that, a lot of the times, the pack members are, often related. So, they're often, sibling groups. And, so obviously you got the male and the female, which are monogamously paired. And then you've got their several generations of fully grown offspring. So now, of course, this isn't the case with all packs, where, sometimes, offspring will go off to start their own territory, and sometimes they'll even join new packs. But yeah, most of the time, wolf packs are often family packs consisting of the alpha male and female, which are monogamously paired, like I mentioned, as well as several generations of fully grown offspring. Okay, speaking of wolves, moving on to the maned wolves. So, back to the topic of taxonomy, maned wolves aren't even true canid species like wolves, foxes, dogs, dingoes, coyotes, etc., etc. Instead, they are the only member of the genus, bear with me now, Chrysocyon? I don't know how you pronounce it. But anyway, so it's a lot like how pronghorn antelope aren't actually antelope. So yeah, anyways, another interesting fact about maned wolves is that while they do eat small animals such as rodents, rabbits, insects, and birds, they also eat a lot of wild fruits and vegetables. There's even a wild fruit named after them called the loberia, which literally translates to fruit of the wolf. Also, maned wolves make this interesting call that is like the mix of a bark or a rourke, so to speak. Or a rourke, a rark, a bork. I don't know. You could call it a bunch of different things. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for animal facts. So currently we're adding in loads of foliage, not only in the exhibits, but also in between the exhibits and the paths, make it look a little bit more interesting and not completely vacant sandy wasteland. Even with the areas that I'm keeping as sand, I do eventually end up adding some sand desert foliage type thing, like some cactus and a bunch of other plants. So yeah, and also for each exhibit, I'm trying to make it a little bit more different. So for example, you saw with the dingoes, we were able to use that enrichment item as sort of like, I don't know, like a kiddie pool that would be in someone's backyard. With the timber wolves, we're adding like a pond, and I'd imagine it'd be sort of like a koi pond, because my aunt has a koi pond in her backyard, with like some, like, what do you call it, some lily pads. There are even like frogs and snakes there, and sometimes you can even see a heron trying to eat her koi. So yeah, also decorating with those cypress trees, and also some rock work, which you can see a little bit later. Yep, right now, adding in some rock work. And then with the main wolves, you will see a little bit later in just a second. Yep, right now, we got the main wolves into their enclosure, and one thing that I did was I used one of the like blueprints, which came in the South America pack back like years ago. Man, it was years ago since we got the South America pack. But yeah, so anyways, one of the blueprints was basically a kapok tree with a treehouse in it. So I decided to use that because, I mean, you know, Maine wolves live in South America. And so, yeah, basically what I did is, Maine wolves live in the Pampas region of, like, Argentina and Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, and, it's very, like, grassland-y, hence why they came in the grassland pack. But I also decided to make a little bit of a wetland, in their exhibit. So, basically what I ended up doing is I, did sort of like what I did for the Maine wolves, only instead of turning it to dirt, I basically just made it, like, all grassy to indicate that it's not just a lake, it's, like, a wetland slash marshy little area. Here's what I mean with the treehouse, adding in some, like, temple pieces, so yeah, and then after this, it's pretty much, like I said, just decorating the surrounding area with lots and lots of foliage. So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say for the time-lapse. Hope you enjoy this time-lapse, hope you found those animal facts interesting, and I'll see you at the end of the time-lapse. Wow, this place looks amazing. I mean, man, look at all of this. Like, this really looks like you're immersed in, like suburban area. Like, man, this looks amazing. Ooh, and the dingoes are already about to have babies. Ooh. Hang on, what skin is this? Or, like, not skin, but, like, skin color. Oh, white, orange, sandy fur. Come on, we want to see the baby dingoes. Come on, baby dingoes. Baby dingoes! Oh, so cute, it's a puppy! It's literally a puppy. It's so cute! Wait, is she having more? Or are you the only child? Yeah, you are the only child. Oh my gosh, but look, it's so cute! Oh, and the noises that it makes. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. But anyways, I must say, these enclosures look amazing. So, got the main wolves over here. Oi! Where are you running to? There you are. Ooh, you're pretty. I haven't really used the main wolf that much, but these guys are stunning. Wow. Man, look at them. So amazing. Such an amazing animal. But man, I am really impressed with the foliage work. So now it's not all like empty, and there's even some forest right in here. And then last animal, the timber wolf, wherever it may be. They're in the shelter, probably away from the heat, because these guys live in a little bit cooler climates. Yeah, so like all the way up in the tundra. So yeah, a little bit on the warm side for them. But yeah, I have temperature needs turned off, so it's no big deal. And then right over here, I also started planning out the petting zoo area, which is what we're going to start on next episode. And we're gonna have like a bunch of animals in the petting zoo. So we're gonna do a South America exhibit for like a bunch of stuff. So like the capuchins, capybaras, anteaters, sloths, definitely. We're gonna have a little Africa section for like warthogs, springbok, Thompson's gazelles, what else? Oh yeah, aardvarks, meerkats. We're gonna do some fallow deer. We're gonna do fennec fox. We're going to do Asian small clawed otters. What else? Oh yeah, we're gonna do an Australia section. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, so that's all gonna be next episode. We're not gonna do all the animals, but we'll definitely do a few of them. And we're gonna use some of these barns. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna use a lot of these barns. Like, there's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, so this is meant to look like the farmer's house, I guess. It's really just a staff center. We'll probably put like some, what do you call it, other staff facilities in here. Like right in here we could probably fit like a keeper hut and like a trade center, stuff like that. Baby wolf. Oh, Are you once again an only child? No, we've got siblings! Triplets! Quadruplets! Wow. Quadruplets, all males. Also, this is the new prairie dog. Of course, we have to name him Big Ounce. If you know, then you know. So yeah, so that is going to wrap up today's video. So, just to recap, we, did the 3 canine exhibits, that being the timber wolf, the dingo, and the maned wolf. We also did a lot of foliage work, and we started, planning out the basic overall idea of the petting zoo, which is what we're going to be working on next episode. With that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Minecraft Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.